Oilers Nation After Dark begins now.
Well, the loser talk continues yet again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Oilers Nation after another loss. I am joined by Liam Horrobin, as you probably noticed if you tuned in to the live stream, the watch along we did, which was a fantastic time.
Yes, thank you everyone for tuning into that.
That is probably the only positive that I think I can take out of tonight's. Man, this job was supposed to be fun at the beginning of the year. I had so much hope. I was like, this is going to be a cup season. We're going to win the cup live on pregame. We're going to do game 7 of the Stanley Cup final on pregame with Bordsy. And then after dark, we're going to be live from the parade. Well, Liam, it has not gone any way like this. I am not having any fun. There's 180 of you in the chat waiting, and I literally have nothing good to say to any of you. But thank you for being here live inside the Sports Closet studio, where I can't even begin to look at the very first comment. I want to say, giving a shout out to all of you who were tuned into the live stream. That was an awesome vibe. That really felt like we were watching the game with 200 plus of you. Lance, you're always asking to come come watch here in studio. Yeah. That might be as close as you can physically get. I was talking about let's give an office tour, but then no, I think we're going to draw the line there. Liam,
look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you all that things are good right now because I'd be lying. This does feel lie to me. This feels like rock bottom at the moment. And I think what we saw in the last 10 minutes or so of that game was pretty evident that the players and coaches are feeling that way too. That might be the most pissed off we've ever seen Connor McDavid in an Edmonton Oilers jersey. And we've seen him frustrated, obviously, but never like that. Leon Draisaitl gets a 10-minute misconduct. Jay Woodcroft gets kicked out of the game. Like, crazy, crazy scenes. And I am so annoyed about this team right now. This is not good for a live show, but I'm struggling to find the words to put together. It's like, what has happened to this team? They are so broken. And I feel for them in some ways in the sense of, feels like every time one of them makes a mistake, it's a goal against.
Back of the net.
None of them can score, and there's just nothing positive about this team right now. Half the guys are just straight up invisible until they make that blatant error, and they lose again. And now... What are they? 2-8-1? That seems right. Yeah,
that's correct.
Look, the season's not done. I know people want to think that, and I get it. It feels that way 100%. There's a long way to go, but if you're in the chat right now, don't hesitate.
Let it rip.
Let it rip.
Let it absolutely rip. I'll read anything not anything.
Don't swear. don't say anything inappropriate.
Yeah. I'll allow some F-bombs. I can say frick.
We'll let your emotions run the show, I think is a good way to do it. Not to take over the show, Aaron.
No.
Let's see what you guys have to say. What are we all thinking here today? Because I don't know if I have any more thoughts left.
I don't know what to say. I said before we were watching this, at least your M-Shuck and yourself, when we do Oilers Nation every day, we get 12 plus hours to try and, I don't know, spin some stories, find a way to make it encouraging, get an encouraging word out there. Right now, I am a broken shell of the man I once was 3 or 4 weeks ago. Yeah. And things are just not going well. Walgriff here says the season is far from over, but the time for surgery and the hockey defibrillator may be now. I smashed the panic button last game. I see people in here smashing it now. It doesn't even give me any comfort to smash the panic button because I legit have no idea what you do here. The goaltending, something has to give. Liam, you just talked about it. It's either for me a huge mistake in like a neutral zone, you get an odd man rush. Maybe it was a dumb penalty, but not even tonight, just speaking in general. And it just too often after these mistakes ends up in a goal in the back of the net. I know the very first one today, it was a weird positioning because the guy got the puck in the high slot. Nothing happened there. They switched. But I need you to make that save. And I feel like, Liam, I can see it on the player's face. When a goal gets scored against, you see them just crash back down to earth. And it must be very hard to get yourself up to, I don't know, play even hard, but it should be even easier. Like, I'm talking in circles here, Liam. Please help me.
Okay. Firstly, you guys really are letting it rip in the chat. I'm trying to read stuff, and it is going so quickly. I've not seen the chat like this in a long, long time. So thank you, everybody, for interacting so far. Look, let's just kind of go through the goals here a little bit.
Crown Royal. Let's get into Crown Royal scoring summary. Shout out Crown Royal. We love you, Crown Royal. I bet every single one of you in the chat right now should be drinking some of that, throwing it back. Numb a little bit of that pain. I am way too sober for this right now. This is hurting my soul.
I went sober. I'm not far down the road of sobriety, and I'm not an alcoholic by any means.
Yeah, you've been on a no booze kick.
I've been on about 3.5 weeks now of not alcohol free.
Here you go, dude.
And this is really the first time I've been like, I might need to go home and have a little bit of something here. But the first goal was the
Matthias
Ekholm, yes. Absolute rocket. Great start to the game for the Oilers. Line after line after line, just giving it to the Vancouver Canucks. It was very impressive, and clearly a game plan that this team had was to get on them early, get a goal, try and get a couple of goals, and see if they can hold it out from there.
Dude, we had what were the shots? Like 9-0?
Wasn't
it felt like at the end of the period it was 19-something, Pat.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, 19? I think it was 19-4 at one point.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was 3-1 Vancouver.
Like what?
But that's not good. But we may as well dive into their goals. The first one, I think it's Brett Kulak is kind of coming up. Nugent-Hopkins doesn't switch. Quinn Hughes has the puck, has so much time with the puck, too much time with the puck because nobody is with him. Slides it across. Vincent Deane, the unfortunate culprit of this. Mm-hmm. It would have probably gone to Mikheyev and he would have scored anyway if Vinny had missed it. Unfortunate play for Vinny. I'm not blaming him on that one. At least he's somewhat there to make an effort.
Exactly. He had a stick in the right spot.
It just bounced off the wrong way.
Bad luck.
It's unfortunate for Vinny. Nugent-Hopkins needs to know the system, the style of play. It's not even about system and style of play. It's knowing that guy is going to be wide open.
Dude, for me, we keep talking about the structure and all of these things of, okay, they're in out of position. I know it's probably not as simple as I'm making it out to be, but there has to be just a sense of straight up common sense coming in to go, high slot.
Yeah.
I know our goaltender. I need you laying your face in front of some of these shots right now. Liam, you were talking about how you have no confidence. You played with some goalie. You know what? You tell it. You tell it right now.
So, yeah, we played with this goalie back in youth sports, and our coach told us once when the goalie left, play like every shot is going to go in. Do whatever you can to prevent a shot on goal.
Sound familiar?
You take a penalty, you block it, whatever it is. We won provincials out here. So, I mean, that's can only take you so far. Liam shave. Nathan, I can't do that. It took me a year to grow this thing. I can't do that again.
Well, we're a Muzzy show right now, especially this month.
Brooke, Liam, get back on the bananas. I might have to do something to change it here. There's something here that Brainwash is putting a couple of times. I know we're in the scoring summary area.
Yeah, no, all good, buddy. We are going to be all over the map tonight. We're going to be.
Holloway is not ready for the NHL. Brainwashed. I am tending to agree. I think in many ways, Dylan Holloway does a lot of good things. You can never disrespect his effort to win the puck back. But once he gets the puck, there's a lack of execution. We saw it last season. He struggled after preseason began and the real hockey started. And they refused to send him down. Goes down to Bakersfield. He's obviously too good to Bakersfield. He's just one of those guys that's just like so in the middle. He's not a quad A player. I think he'll be in it. He's obviously an NHL player. Just not ready right now. So Brainwashed, I'm tending to agree with you.
Yep.
The unfortunate part is you always have nobody else to bring up because everybody's here right now. Everybody's here.
Dude, we got no money. We got no nothing.
Like, why? Like, the thing
dark
is,
days.
Maybe just throw Janmark and LTIR
at this point.
Like, at this point,
what does he get paid? $1 million?
$1 million something, I think. Maybe 1.1 or something.
Send Jack Campbell down. Give me another $1 million.
There's a lot. Oh, listening to what he's let us know what Woodcroft is saying in his post game at the moment, because obviously we're
We would like to have it on,
What the
but
hell?
I need all of you to keep us updated with what is going on.
Naeem, you can't say that. But I'll
Support Liam. What? No, absolutely not.
I know I said you could say whatever you want. I'll let that one slide.
That's too
You
much.
said it twice. So.
Continue with the scoring summary.
Scoring summary. The second goal. Who got the second
Hugh
one?
Suter, I do believe. Right? Yep. Hugh Suter. Man, it's funny how much you just blocked him out of your brain when you're going here. Trying to go through.
Hugh Suter.
Which one was that one?
No, he didn't get a second one. Was it him?
Yeah,
Wasn't
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Hugh Suter?
Mhm.
Remind us what it was. We're too angry and upset
got
right
him,
now
yeah.
to have proper memory. Liam?
JT Miller had one. I'm all over the place. I'm very sorry, people. I'm trying to collect my
It's
thoughts.
I hope you people at home can understand. We are fans just like the rest of you, and this has been hard. TK, this team is so pathetic.
This was Hugh Suter was the one that went right through Skinner.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Stuart Skinner needs that one. You look through it, there was no tip on it. You gotta grab that. You gotta just be in the way, man. Like that's to me, that is now Winnipeg game where he made the mistake. Vancouver game 2, the late goal allowed. There was another one in there that's slipping my mind. Dallas, the first goal to the Shane. So there's 3 off the top of my head. You can now add a 4th from Stuart Skinner of goals to me that have essentially been backbreakers for this team. It is evident that this team is extremely low on confidence when your goalie allows those type of goals.
Dude, you can see it on their faces when they're skating back to the bench. It's a very just real broken look, and it must be so hard to play in front of those guys. The fact that during the second intermission, they were showing us Olivier Rodrigue and Calvin Pickard's stats, me and you were watching going, oh my God. And let me get me wrong, both of their numbers look fantastic.
First in the American League.
They look absolutely unreal. So I've seen enough. I know Jack Campbell wasn't playing tonight. Stuart Skinner, he's no better than Jack Campbell right now, really. I think he is slightly better. But, oh, my God, I don't even want to think of what this team's save percentage is right now. It continues to get worse and worse and worse. And the game continued to get worse and worse and worse. Brock Besser made it 3-1. I believe it was on the power play off a little rebound, right? I think it was in front of the net. The inability to clear the front of the net. Liam, you ever heard that one before?
Crazy, isn't it? It looked like Skinner didn't see the original shot, and he just hit him, and then the puck just lay there. I'm going to put that one on Skinner a little bit too. I think your goalie, look, you're on the power play. Expect shots, man. Like, you got to be able to see around some screens here. Waz made a good point. I believe Kevin Woodley was on the Jason Gregor show today or maybe earlier in the week, which would have just been today's Monday. Couldn't be earlier in the week. You gotta see that. And Skinner struggled with seeing pucks around screens. And it is difficult right now, but no one's coming to help them. No one's coming to help the others get out of this mess.
They got to do it on their own, and it's been a little bit of a tough one. Continuing with the scoring summary, I saw a lot of this, but the Oilers were able to bury. All you got to do, trip their goalie behind the net, and they can get one right in just like that. I don't know why we didn't try that one earlier. I still couldn't believe how that wasn't a penalty. Somebody explained the rule to me. I don't.
How that wasn't a penalty on Demko?
Or on us. Just explain me how that works, because I thought you just couldn't touch a goalie, but
I think that would
he was behind the net.
If anything, it's interference on Demko. I think that should have been the penalty if they were going to call one. I don't know if they maybe had the arm up and there was a delay penalty. I don't think so. But
I'm looking here.
I think in that situation, we didn't really watch this game with sound, obviously, because we did the stream, so we didn't hear a lot of the explanations and stuff. I would assume that goes under the incidental contact category of the law. Vancouver didn't challenge it. It was a cheap penalty. It was a cheap play from Demko. Quite dirty, to be honest, in like a little way, of the sense of like, that's such an unexpected play for Fogle or Holloway, I think it was, whoever it was, forechecking after the puck then. And luckily for us, he got it. But then Vancouver go right down the other end and grab another one. So.
Yep, and then it was continuing with the Crown Royal scoring summary. Warren Fogle, we thought, was able to bury one to make it 3-4. Turned out he kicked it in. Liam, we're both realists. We were watching. We said that's a kick. If that was scored against us, I would be losing my mind. I know there was a lot going on right there, but you saw his foot kick that puck in, right?
The kick rule is dumb. I'd like to start that out. I think if your blade is on the ice, the goal should always stand. Blade leaves the ice, no goal. Dangerous play if your blade leaves the ice.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
I
think that's a good way to do it. I've heard a lot of people talk about that too. I wish it was my original idea. But in that situation, he kicked the puck. His stick was nowhere near it. It's not like he was kind of like wrestling with another guy. Like there was a lot of legs in there. To me, it was pretty evident. We can kind of try and fight against it and say, oh, well, the other stick behind him or the foot, whatever it was, like nudged him. It's like, yeah, maybe. But then when you look out and see, you can see Vogel looking directly down at the puck and thinking, I'm going to make them make a decision on this. And ultimately, they found enough to make a decision to rule it out. Unfortunate.
Yep. Let me know in the chat if you antagonist. That was the clearest kick ever. Yeah, it really was. I didn't think there was much debate about it. Oh man, this chat is just going right now. 393 of you in here. Smash the like button, please. We're not even going to set a goal. I'm looking for triple digits. Do whatever you can to will this team back to, I'll take mediocrity at this point, because right now our next game is against the San Jose Sharks. And the fact that I am not confident, I can't even believe it's like we're living in a bizarro world in the upside down from Stranger Things. I don't know what's happening right now. Stuck in a little Stranger Things right there. That makes me feel better. But it's getting absolutely out of control. And then this is the point when the game just started getting crazy. We saw some Connor McDavid, Liam, getting into it it was JT Miller, I do believe, right? Let's just call a spade a spade. Connor McDavid cross-checked him right in the face.
Yeah, right across the helmet. He's lucky the refs didn't see that. I don't think there'll be anything after. Like there'll be no supplemental discipline. I don't think. Like stupid play from McDavid. Clearly his emotions are ahead of him right now. He's struggling to control them in that moment. But look, there's Tyler and Jay. Maybe we'll bring him in. But anyway, McDavid is just like tough
bring him in
at the moment.
Bring him in. We've got some very special guests here. Live, boots on the ground.
Boys, it's over. What is the chat saying? Like, did everyone see what we just saw? It's bad, right? It's really bad.
I've never seen this before.
This is the worst I've ever seen the chat. There's almost 400 people in here. Guys, break it down for me. Is there any hope right now? Is there any? I said there's no loser talk. This sucks. I'm broken. Tyler?
I'm really, boys, I hate it. It kills me inside. It's bye-bye Woody. It's bye-bye McDavid, Draisaitl, Darnell core. It's over. This is it. Tonight, this was the funeral. This core group.
That was a funeral.
This core group's not going to get it done, man, and it's depressing.
Okay, I can't believe we got live breaking news from Tyler Remchuk right now. Saying the
Breaking news live from Granville Street
all year. But that's what the mood is right now, dude.
You can't blow up the core. You can't blow up the core. But oh my God, what the hell is happening? Get all the goalies out of there. Bring the AHL goalies up. Let's do a total goalie swap. Let's find another James Hamlin. Let's get 5 more James Hamlin. Okay, boys, but here's the problem. Is that there's no solution. Like, if you want to fire Ken Holland, fire Ken Holland. What are you doing? What are you doing? Then what? Making a magical trade? You want to fire Jay Woodcroft? Fire Jay Woodcroft. What are you doing? Making a magical, what is Joel Quenneville or Mike Babcock going to snap this team into gear? Come on. It's bad, boys. It's bad. The streets of Vancouver are not fun.
We're getting heckled. There's Canucks fans right behind us yelling Skinner. They're saying Skinner.
This is
really
awful.
bad.
Wow, I feel so bad for you guys right now. Boots on the ground. How were the vibes in there? Do Vancouver Canucks fans feel bad for you?
Up until the Ekholm goal and maybe 7 minutes after that, electric. Everything else, we were getting shelled and ridiculed, and rightfully so, because, oh my God. Aaron, I had someone come up to me and say, I'm sorry. They were wearing a Canucks jersey. Do you realize how emasculating that is?
Dude, I feel bad for you for having to be there live and in person. Was Quads, I assume, I haven't checked Twitter yet. I assume Quads is about to go on a
He's not
field
a fan,
day.
by the way. He's not a fan of the Canucks, but he's
No,
the biggest fan
no.
of the Canucks.
Quads isn't a fan.
My name's Quads, man. I'm not a fan of the Canucks. Done with it, buddy. Tyler, anything else that stood out to you from the game?
No, guys, honestly, I'm just
David, very angry.
I'm really sad right now. And this guy's driving too fast. Calm down, please. We're live. But it's sad right now. And I'll leave you with that. This is not a good night in Oilers history. No.
All right. Well, I hope that you guys go pound a couple beers, maybe some Crown Royal, try and get that mood better. But
that's the only thing that might make me feel better. That's the only thing. And trust me, after that, we are going to the hotel room and we're DoorDashing and we're going to eat our feelings tonight.
The sponsors do appreciate you guys. You do it from all over the country. But okay, I'll let you go now. Thanks for hopping in. I really didn't expect that. And the season's over, I guess.
I've never seen someone just do that to an entire fan base with a smile on their face.
Everybody in the chat, let me know how you took that right there. I think clearly Tyler has had a couple pops, but I've seen him 10 times worse than that before.
Yeah,
so that's pretty legible and literate for him right there. But season's over, fire Woody and trade 97-29. Wow. This couldn't have gone worse. I can't believe it's Paper Tyler. So sad. Chins up, boys. Thursday will be worse. Man, at least we could laugh in here together. But let me know. Pat, put a poll in the chat. Ask, do you agree with Tyler? Yes or no?
Sure.
Is this – okay, all right. Wow, we're 22 minutes into this. We haven't even gotten to the good, bad, and oily.
There's some information from Jay Woodcroft on what Jay Woodcroft said.
Hit me.
So it said, this is from Farhan Lalji from TSN. Woodcroft said it was not a profanity-laced tirade. That's it, right? Tirade that got him ejected from the game. Said he asked what he thought was a fair question, R.E. Holloway, when he was cross-checked in front of there. But Sutherland didn't feel the same. Also didn't say much about the Canucks putting out their top unit power play late in the game. I mean, hey, whatever.
Shut up.
Matthias Ekholm also said this is the worst start he's ever had in a career from like a team perspective. Things are good.
All-timer, hey? Who would have seen that one coming? And cup or bust? Well, yeah. I'm not going to say it, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, you know what? We just got to get into this right now. As you can tell, we said we're going to be all over the place. Tyler hops in. He's saying the season's over. He's yelling at trucks driving by. Let's get into the good, bad, and the oily. I'm so broken. Presented by Alberta Blue Cross. There's only one thing better than making memories. Oh, my God. And that's making new ones. That's making new memories. Alberta Blue Cross Travel Insurance protects your memories and more wherever travel takes you. Visit ab.bluecross.ca/travel for more information. Speaking of memories, where the Men in Black guys blast my whole memory of these first 11 games. I am done with this. The good was a hot start. Like you heard Jay say there, the Ekholm goal was sick. Power play 2, that's 2 games in a row. But they've got one, been able to get on the board from a nice blast from a defenseman. From the points, the shots were flying. The boys were buzzing. And it's gone. Liam, what'd you think of the hot start?
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
I thought the hot start was fantastic. And then I really, really liked seeing everybody contribute to it. I love seeing Lavoie have a great shift out there. Love seeing defensemen get some shots on goal. I love the traffic that was in front of the net. I love McDavid was buzzing. There was everything. Everything was great. Everybody was involved.
McDavid was zipping up and down the ice. A lot of that to start the game. I didn't see that as the game went along. But I tell you, man, I still think there's something wrong with Connor. Even when he was fighting, he was getting ragdolled around out there too. Nothing's going right. As I did mention before, Patrick is here as well. Pat, what'd you think of the hot start? The vibe's here to start. We were ecstatic. We were high-fiving everyone. It was the day we were looking for.
After that first goal, it just felt like it was there. And yeah, we have that optimism every time we get the first goal. But it did feel like it, honestly. Like I thought the hot start, That's the problem, though. It's only a hot start and then turns around like that. And the shots, I mean, that's maybe another game with 40 shots. Like, that's something, but they got to go in.
5th time this season, I believe. The Oilers have lost a game where they've had 40 or more shots. They've only lost 8.
Fair.
it just seems like even the good is the bad, right?
Like seriously, everything's a backhanded compliment. Nothing's good. Yeah, looking here, the Oilers, they were 1 for 3 on the power play, but they were able to get one at the very beginning. Let me know if you're in here in the chat, if you have any good. I asked for people during the live stream. It was pretty funny. I kept asking everyone, what's your good, bad, and oily? A, because I want you to do my job for me. B, I really didn't know what to pick for good, as this feels like rock bottom, right? We've smashed the panic button. That did nothing. This continues to get worse and worse. I feel like we're playing worse and worse. Matthias Ekholm saying it's a bad start. Jay Woodcroft, if that's the visual, could that be the last visual we have of Jay Woodcroft right now, walking down the hallway? I hope it's not. But if it happens, there is nothing any one of us as fans can really say, because it was cup or bust year, and it looks like a bust right now. But the good was the first couple minutes of this hockey game. It was enjoyable. Anything else good, Liam? Nope. We can move along?
No, definitely not.
Yeah. All right, let's move along to the bad. This could last 5 hours. We're going to go with goaltending. Duh, because it was obvious. This is a theme. How many shots? Okay, I have it written down here somewhere, I believe. So we had Skinner had 3 goals on 8 shots to start this game. My heart crushed and caved in on itself when the Oilers took a timeout and Skinner was skating to the bench, and I thought it meant Jack Campbell was coming in the game. I was about to lose it. I said it on pregame I was going to lose it. I mean, would it have been worse, Liam? Would it have been worse? I mean, probably. What?
I mean, it's hard to say.
It really is.
From that point on, if I'm remembering correctly, I don't think Skinner did anything else bad after that timeout. Like those 2 goals, but the damage had already been done. From that point, no. Like the 4th goal was a lack of effort from Bouchard, and just I won't even say lack of effort, just a bit of more determination. Maybe that's the same word, but just come on, man. Like you've got to back check as hard as you can there and take that guy. With the amount of times this season you've allowed goals like that to happen, you saw Leon Draisaitl busting it to get back there. And then Evan Bouchard just decides he wants to stop following his guy and sell out his goalie. Like, we can sit here, and I am by no means saying we are wrong in saying that the goaltending was bad.
We're ripping everything tonight.
But come on. Put an effort in front of him, too. The goals in that game were Skinner's fault. There's no doubt about it. But there was numerous goals as well that were due to incompetence defensively from forwards and defensemen. If they want to win, they can go and say whatever they want in post games. They can go and cross-check whoever they want in the head on the ice. It's not about that. It's about putting the effort in when the puck is in play. And the Oilers have lacked that so much when the puck goes over the red line into the defensive zone. It's crazy. I feel like we've done the same show.
I've done this show so many times this year. I've sat in this exact seat, probably worn the same shirt and said the same things over and over. That must be how Jay Woodcroft's feeling. That must be how Ken Holland's feeling. The chat, I can't thank you guys enough. Hurting together makes me feel better, at least when we can all be in here as a family. It was fun doing the watch party. Lance Kane, I have defended Skinner a lot. I'm going to sit down today. Mulek, the floor is yours. Yeah, it's everywhere. Alex Boucher, what about the goalie coach? Dacky, if we get stuck with Babcock, I'm throwing a chair through my TV and burning my jersey. I don't think that's going to happen.
Babcock will never coach him.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that Mike Babcock is done. This one from Malves5FF. What a name. Oh, yeah. What are some realistic moves the Oilers can do in the next 24 hours? Liam, can mark LTIR if that's humanly possible?
I feel like that's maybe too late.
Yeah, right? I feel like you would have already had to do that. They should have
done that. Yeah. They should have done that.
Run into a desk, Matthias Janmark. Do something to really mess that thing up. send Jack Campbell down, but I'm
That-
saying Stuart Skinner down. Someone will take Skinner. So no.
I think Tyler said it right when he's like, "This is kind of the team. There's no one's out there trying to throw you a line." And do we who would you call up? Do you call it Pickard or do you call up Rodrigue? Like
I think I'm going with
right?
Rodrigue because they're saying that he's 2-0 and his numbers,
he's
and
like
that
at
no one's expecting it.
960.
Yeah, and I mean, I think
last season.
I think Pickard's was 950.
So here's the thing about Rodrigue. I did a little bit of a study on him last year because he was a goalie.
You knew this moment was coming.
He was a goalie he was good in junior, but never amazing. Always very good, though, I always found, but thought very highly. Had a shot of the world juniors team. I believe he was a third string on one team, or just missed it slightly. But he struggled to find consistency because he didn't have a consistent home. If you go back and look, he was in Moncton in junior. He got traded to Moncton, one of those two ways. He was on 2 junior teams. He was in the ECHL. He was up and down at Bakersfield. COVID hit. He was in Austria. Then he came back, and he's in this league, that league. Finally, he found a home last season. Literally a home. Like he actually was able to
a place
buy
to lay
one.
his head down.
And then he found his game. Maybe we're seeing what Rodrigue is. Maybe Olivier Rodrigue can be what Skinner was last season. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy that we're in a situation where we're talking about Olivier
It is
Rodrigue
what it is.
11 games in. But maybe that's it.
We just look like 2 broken men on the stream right now. Just the way you said a nice pat. I love it. Who would you call up asking for a friend? Me? No, not me. No, it couldn't be. Josh here, you could LTR McDavid because his heart is broken.
Yeah.
Yep. Hopefully you could LTR me right now. You could do all of that. Jay, I need the next week off because I'm suffering from a broken heart doing this show. Once again, hey, maybe that's a move. If Connor McDavid is in fact hurt, maybe you can find a way to free up $12 million right there. I don't even want to live in that world. That is rock bottom. That would be rock bottom for me right there. But once again, he hasn't looked great. My God. Gina says just drove past Rogers Place. Can confirm it is on fire. QF Pro, burn the new defensive system. Zone defense is distraction and doesn't fit. Yeah, man. You can go with everything. We're so, oh my God. I can just keep saying, yeah, what else we got? Give me Oily. Hey, there we go. So the Oily of tonight, there's 2 options. Could have been the live watch along. It was fun. It was a good time. I think everybody enjoyed sharing pain together. But the Oily was definitely tempers getting absolutely out of control there at the end. I loved seeing when Connor McDavid got into his little scrum with JT Miller. Zach Hyman saw what was going on, and he beelined it in there and was ripping JT Miller to the ground, trying to get something going. Then you saw Connor get back into play a little. Then he realized what was going on, came back in, tried to grab Miller, ended up grabbing PDG and was like, "You're not the guy I want to hit right now," but he's still trying to hit him, do his thing. Liam, I guess it was nice to see some fire from the boys, right?
Yeah.
Right?
It was nice. It was nice to see. Shows where they're at, I think, from a mental perspective for themselves. They're tired of this, obviously. And they have to live it every day. They live it more than we do as fans. They're in it. They're in the thick of it. They know how bad they have been. They don't need anyone to tell them that. You go into Vancouver and it's a place where you just got beat 8-1 to start the season. And then what are we, 3 weeks into the season now? You go back and you allow 5 again. You've got their fans chanting stew 5 minutes in that.
Sarcastic clapping too. There's some of that going on.
Some of the stuff drives me nuts. And every right to them. They haven't been to the playoffs for years, so they've been trying to get that atmosphere back in that arena for themselves. Good for them.
Yeah.
Go Vancouver fans.
Keep going.
I was just gonna say, maybe this is our LA Kings game. I know.
We keep saying that for every game.
This one really, really feels like it in the sense of that Kings game. You could just tell that they were so tired of the inconsistency. But in the same breath, why are we here again? Why are we having another LA Kings game? Because this team can't find any flow within that game. Why does it need to be a wake-up call every single season? Maybe Tyler's right. Maybe this core isn't right. Maybe there's something wrong in there. I'm not saying in the sense of their personalities.
No, just not meshing.
Dressing room, but it's just not working at the moment.
It's a cap world.
And like I don't even know who you would move. I really don't.
Yeah, it's not going good at all. Ditch the 1-3-1. They don't know what they're doing out there. It's funny because I need like a moderator in the chat. I think every single Oiler on the team has been mentioned with trade blank behind it for every single one of these. But finishing up with Temper's Flare, all-time visual, the entire first line in the penalty box together. McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman. That's a great meme. I told Kennedy right when it was happening, you need to screenshot that. And we're going to need that for later. So I'm sure you'll see that one there. Mark, Tyler's right. The core isn't right. Never was. Man, this, I keep saying it, but this is rock bottom. Captain Felton. Oh, there's some optimism in here. Rusty's already in bed. Captain, I salute you and I appreciate you. This is only 11 games in. Come on, turn it around. Dude, we've been saying that. We just keep changing the number every time, and we keep saying it's going to happen. At some point, you just have to be real with yourselves and be aware of the team you are. Seeing Tyler and Jay there, that dejected, that really broke me. But okay, that's it for the good, bad, and oily, presented by Alberta Blue Cross. We're going to move along here. I see, man, 400 still in the chat. It's 11:42 at night right now, and Oilers fans, I'm sure, cannot sleep. Going to have some nightmares tonight. I know I am going to. Captain Felton says thank you. Dude, we love you. We miss you. You were boots on the ground at the game in Vancouver tonight. Let me know how the vibes were, what you did to try and turn it all around. But that leads me to the DoorDash.
Ding dong.
Fuck, that's so sad. DoorDash, hot and cold performer of the game. For a limited time, our listeners can get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter the code, all capitals, Nation25. Straight up, if you have not used this code yet, tonight is the night. Get all the comfort food, all the ice cream, the chicken nuggets, do whatever. Let's get fat tonight, all of us. I've already been eating pizza. During that second period, things started unraveling. I ate 3 slices of Costco pizza in one period there. So that was very good. DoorDash, 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 ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. They are the best. I see Gina in here. My buddy Axel to Sedona. Put me in, Boardsy. No, we can't do that. My hot performer of the game is going to be us, Liam. It's going to be you and me and the team. If you guys don't know, because you can't see it, Waz is just sitting on the floor right here next to me. I was going to try and take a photo during this because he's just staring. You know when you're just like, just broken, staring off into the corner. He's not even smiling. He's kind of as he was. So he's a hot performer. Pat, you're a hot performer. Liam, you're just hot. But there we go. It was a really fun time in the live stream. We're going to be doing that again. I think we're doing 3 this month, says the schedule.
3?
I think we're supposed to do 2, but the schedule out there has 3 written down. Because one's during the day.
There's the one.
Is that MLK Day?
Against Washington.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to be doing a lot more of those. It was a lot of fun, and I got sent a fair amount of screenshots of us. I got a great one of Liam just broken, just staring off into planet nothing. Do you guys have any hot performers tonight? Was you two any? Darnell Nurse. He's saying Darnell. Hey, I could get down with that. I could get down with that. Yeah, this is the only.
Okay. If there's one positive, it's Darnell Nurse because he was a +1 on the plus-minus with 20 minutes of ice time. So someone had a good game.
There you go.
Oilers Nation reporter Matt Wozniak, always giving the optimism. Liam, anything?
Hot performer.
Captain Felton.
Captain's
I'm sure you did
hot
great when you're down there.
Captain. Hot performer.
There's none.
Let's go with Ekholm for at least getting us on the board.
I could also say Warren Fogle.
Warren Fogle for kicking it in.
Yep, exactly. He tried.
Lavoie. I thought Lavoie was decent. James Hamlin given the opportunity tonight on the penalty kill. Decent game from Hamlin, but we shouldn't be talking about those guys. We should be talking about Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Evander Kane, Nugent-Hopkins, Zach Hyman, banging home some goals. The Oilers coming away with a win. and then being at the end of the conversation, say, hey, do you know who was good tonight? Lavoie was pretty good in his 10 minutes of ice time because the Oilers are up by 2 or 3 goals. Hamlin was pretty good on the penalty kill too. Credit to him in his first game back with the team. But instead, here we are, pulling names out of a hat to who could be a hot performer in the Oilers' 8th loss of the season. I'll try and give some positivity.
Yep.
They play San Jose next.
Hey,
I don't care.
Am
what
I
anyone
terrified?
says.
Still, yes, but
San Jose stink. The Oilers, I think, are better than San Jose, which is difficult to say. Seattle hasn't been convincing this season. They have them coming up too. How have the Islanders been doing? Let's have a look here. The Islanders
this Eastern
good.
Road swing is going to be
Tampa Bay playing with 2 backup goalies.
We're grasping at straws here.
I'm trying to find something. What I'm saying is, it's not over.
Yep,
It's not over. I know it feels that way.
There's a lot more.
There's still time. I think. I don't know what's going to happen.
It's either there's time to turn this all around, or this is going to be the longest season we've ever, like, since the Decade of Darkness. It's probably hurt more than the Decade of Darkness.
I got asked that question a few weeks ago. What's worse? This right now, and they were only like 2 and 4 at that point. This right now, or the Decade of Darkness. I said the Decade of Darkness because you would go into games and being like, you just knew there was no hope, and it was almost like you wouldn't even watch games. At least now it's like you want to watch, you still believe.
But it hurts more.
After tonight,
it hurts way more.
Point where my answer is switched.
Yeah.
This stinks. This is a tough blow right now for this organization. The only way is up. They cannot get any worse.
Dude, we keep saying this. Don't say that. We play San Jose next. It could very easily get worse. That, right now is a new low, but that for sure would be rock bottom. Imagine they put up a 10 spot on us. Also in the chat, was it Pickard or Rodrigue that one? It was Rodrigue, 61% of the vote. So if we're going to do it, that's the guy that Oilers fans want to see. Hot performers, once again, seeing it all in here. It's Oiler fans. It's all of you for still being awake because you can't sleep. Cold performer of the game. Tough to narrow it down to just one. Patrick, anything that jumps out to you? Liam, anything? I think I got to think about this one. Besides goaltending, maybe Jay Woodcroft might be my cold performer because he couldn't keep his cool, couldn't stay on the bench. But there's a lot. Pat, anything?
This is a cliche answer, but it's something we haven't really talked about much, I feel like. And I know it's dumb, but we are also getting a lot of really bad bounces. Good scoring chances that just aren't finding the back of the net, that aren't anyone's fault. I'm going cold performer, the puck. It is bouncing all year. It's been bouncing all over the place. You know, someone's on the boards, hits their stick, hops over. Yes, sometimes that's their fault. Sometimes it's just a bouncing puck. And I feel like we've gotten a lot of that this year, and that can't continue all year. A little bit of positivity from me somehow, but I feel like bad puck luck has just been an issue for us all year.
I think that's totally reasonable.
That's beautiful. Beautiful cold performer.
I am not one that believes in the PDO stat. It's a weird one. I don't know how you can judge luck, but you can definitely watch the game and be like, that just sucks. That's just an unfortunate thing that happened to them. I think the Vinny own goal is a good example of that. Who's like in the right position,
doing the right thing,
yes. And then the puck is just like goes the wrong way, and it's just like, God, like again, like we're really doing this again. I'll go for mine is just the lack of defensive awareness. I think is a good way to do it. Numerous pinches, numerous wrong reads in the zone, numerous times you just don't want to continue to track your guy. It's continuous errors.
Yep. People in here saying Pat's the MVP. Also getting cop-out answer, Pat. I liked your answer. I really liked your answer. So that's pretty good with it right there. Okay, so this is also a cold performer. Maybe not as much as everybody else, but I saw this in here. I wrote it down because this chat's going way too fast. I had to write it down. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
That was the person in the chat?
No. Yeah, he's in there. RNH. Hey, sub-Nuge. This person asked for the first time, or stated for the first time ever, I am open to trading Nuge if it could help get a bona fide goalie. When we talk about moves this team could make, I feel Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is a piece that he was a 100-point player last year. He's at a very reasonable cap hit. That is a guy who could probably get some type of return. I still don't know how I feel about that. How does that one strike you, Liam?
I think he's unmovable. He's got a long time on his contract. He also has a no-move clause.
Yeah, right. He does, right?
Which is not ideal.
So again, boom, debate's over. Well, maybe he wants to leave. No, he wouldn't want to leave, would he?
No, I can't see it. Like, we sit here and we're like, the core isn't working. But who's going? Daryl's here for the rest of his life. McDavid's got 3 more years. You're obviously not trading him. Draisaitl's got 2 more years. You hope both those guys resign. Hyman's got 4 more years. Evander Kane's got 3 more years. Evander Kane's actually been decent this year. Nuge has got, 7 more years on his deal? It's guys like Fogle, McLeod. Those are the guys you're kind of looking at. It's guys like Holloway and Broberg and Bourgault who are going to end up being casualties of this team because of the lack of performance and the bad job that Ken Holland has evidently done putting this team together right now.
Yeah, you people in the chat right now, you all just made my heart drop as you're saying that Jay Woodcroft was fired. That's what they're all saying in here right now. One Tyler Mulick said from Zach Lagg's Twitter, no, I just looked at it. No, I don't see that. My stomach just dropped right there. Please let me know if that did happen or not, or what happened at this presser. Jesus, that got me scared right there. Yeah, cold performer Chell says, remember when you guys banned me for suggesting to trade Nuge over the summer? Good times. Hey, we needed we needed something to do. We needed to ban someone. We needed a little bit of entertainment. Anything else that kind of stood out to you guys from this game? Let me know in the chat if there's anything. I guess I'll ask right now to the two of you who you're rocking with Skinner in net for San Jose. This sucks.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, someone's. Or as Waz or Brett presented, you just tie up a shooter and hope for the best and see if they can pick corners.
Believe in someone. Put your money on all chips in on one guy. It's Stu or Campbell.
And that's Stu. That has to
it has to be Stu. Because Campbell needs to be in Bakersfield. It has to be Stuart Skinner. Thursday, it has to be Stuart Skinner. Saturday, and it just right until his legs fall off. They might have already, but we're already past that point anyway.
Yeah.
Pickford in San Jose. That would be like, maybe.
Hey, it could happen. How much would we need to retain on Soup and Nurse, and who would want them?
Nurse is untradeable.
Once again, Nurse is untradeable. Also, I don't want to trade Darnell Nurse. I really don't think he's been the problem with this team really that much this season. But hey, everyone is a part of the problem for this team this year. I might just be a Nurse fan. Oh, man. Andrew Holt, this feels like the night Peter Shirley was let go after a horrible game against the Red Wings all those years ago. Yeah, I feel like it's one of those ones where it's late and like we're going to end the stream and then 10 minutes later, I'm like, yeah, Woody fired. God, I hope that does not happen. But you know what I hope does happen? I keep dusting people off in the Daily Face-Off Fantasy Survivor Pool. For those of you who smoked the competition, Wendy's is rewarding you with weekly prizes that have you savoring the true taste of victory. That must taste good. I forgot what that tastes like, but if your fantasy team doesn't deliver you a W, get the new Wendy's barbecue bacon cheeseburger delivered straight to your door. Maybe you use DoorDash?
Ding dong.
There it is. We're getting good at it. So be ready to sign up to play Wendy's Daily Face-Off Survivor. It's on the Daily Face-Off website. You log in, top right. You can compete against us. Everybody going on. It's a very fun game. You can compete against Frank. And hey, you might even get some free Wendy's while you're at it. Who doesn't need that? I need comfort food right now. I'm seeing so much of this. Who would you roll with? Must pick one. Skinner and Campbell. Whoa, the first person put Campbell. Ban them from the chat. Ban them from the chat right now.
We got some quotes here.
Not Tyler Mulick either. Said, can Liam say my name so I at least get that satisfaction today?
Tyler Mulick.
There you go. Thank you.
From Stuart Skinner. It's hard. These guys are working their bag off. They did such a good job, especially in the first period. We had like 18 shots after, I think, 7 minutes. It's pretty impressive. Demko obviously did a great job, but that's the guy I got to beat out there. I got to beat the other goalie, but I didn't do that tonight. If you want to go see him, there is a lot on Zach Lang's Twitter right now of all the tweets.
Dude, it's crazy. I was just scrolling through that.
Yeah, Connor McDavid on the JT Miller incident. I thought I gave him a good shot. He gave me a good shot in front of the net.
You damn right
and
you
I
did, Connor.
shoved him. Nothing crazy. Himes jumped in. I appreciate that. On the other end, it's not frustration at all. I beg to differ. All the guy just turns into me. All the guy just, yeah. And I keep going and they call a penalty. That was what's frustrating. It's a lot of spelling mistakes. There you go. He's saying he's not frustrated. I beg to differ, Connor McDavid.
Connor, you definitely got a good shot. You definitely got a good shot in on his face right there. Liam, I hate this, but Corey Shootchuck is in the chat. You wouldn't recognize that name. That's a Canucks Army viewer who is always in the chat, and he just said, "Back to the Canucks Army, Aaron. We saved your spot." I am not coming back to the Army. I am strictly Oilers. But man, oh man, is the timing of this absolutely hilarious. I pretty much am the problem. I've gone, well, I was doing the Oilers last year and we were winning. So maybe it's not me, but man, oh man, spending that much time doing a Canucks show. Last year, we did a tankathon where I had a tank drive through the show every episode they lost because they wanted Connor Bedard. Man, they ain't tanking anymore. How quickly things change. So I guess.
So shout out Corey. Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Corey.
shout out Corey. Like the video for me. That's the least you can do. You like the video after you.
Well, you already subscribed.
Destroy me. Oh yeah, you definitely would have. Get him out. He loves the Canucks. If Bordsy is a problem, then I don't want it fixed. Hey Lance, I love you. I love you. Thank you very much, boys. Is there anything else we haven't touched on that you want to, or do you want to go home because it's 2 minutes from midnight?
I want to go home because I have a live show tomorrow morning where we'll talk about this a little bit more. And then we have Oilersnation Radio tomorrow where I'll talk about it a little bit more from there. And
check out my Patreon.
Yeah. Probably write a blog at 3 this week. You can get my thoughts there too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, there's nothing to be said. I can't believe we made this last this long.
Thank you, everyone, for watching along with us today. Patrick, Aaron, and I have just done basically 5 hours of content, and the others didn't treat us with anything nicely. So thank you very much for watching us this evening. We will we'll see you tomorrow.
I love you all. Big shout out to all of our sponsors, which are DoorDash, Wendy's, Betway, Crown Royal, Alberta Blue Cross. I love all of you. You guys are the best. I'm talking to you in the chat. You guys make this fun. At least I'm being dead serious here now. You guys make this fun to do this. This would be very hard to do if you weren't very engaging in the chat. I think we're really creating a family environment here, for better or for worse. But hey, we're going through this together. We're not going through it alone. You guys are the best. Liam and I will be live at 12:30 tomorrow because Tyler's coming back from Vancouver. By the looks of him, he might be a little bit hungover, but we know our boy. He's going to be extra spicy or just absolutely broken. Let's find out together. I love you all. Good luck sleeping tonight, and we'll pregame on Thursday, and we'll have hope again, right, everybody? Right? All right. See you then. Talk then.